Hello, everyone. It is Matt with ESC United, your favorite Eurovision channel, and we are back. And I know our counter, for some reason, stopped randomly. That's why I was all completely unexpected and not ready for this. But here we are. Welcome to our live stream Mattitude, where we talk about, you guessed it right, Eurovision. This is session 4 of Matt is reacting to all the songs from the Eurovision Song Contest 2024. And I have not listened to any of them because I was, sick and all that stuff. So this is finally after tonight. I have them all on my list. Of course, I'm here with my dream team, Roy, Gabe, and we should come up with a name.
Ooh,
MRG. No, that doesn't sound right.
MRG.
Maga. Oh gosh, Gabe. Oh, initial Maga. No, that does not work. So we're
No,
just
no,
gonna
no,
do
no, no, no.
Matt, Gabe, and Roy. It is. So we are here, and they've listened to the songs before, but they will provide me with some insight. You guys excited, Gabe? I heard you a little sick.
Yes, I'm a little unwell today, unfortunately. So everyone, please be nice to me. Maybe you can hear it in my voice. I'm a bit blocked up, but I've taken my paracetamol. I have got my coffee here, so I will be. And I'm really excited because Matt, once we get to the end of this stream, it means you're finally safe from spoilers, which means we can all talk about loads more stuff than we did before.
I know, and I can definitely say I will most certainly, and maybe I already have, but I will definitely have listened to the winner. You know, so I may have not already, but maybe it's in this group. Roy, your thoughts? You excited about this group? I know your country's in there.
Oh, I am very excited. There's some really cool entries in this group, and I cannot wait to see what you think about them. I have an idea of a few of them, which ones you like and which ones you won't, but you're always a bit of a surprise to me, so it's going to be an interesting one.
I like being a wild card every once in a while. As a matter of fact, I told these two gentlemen before we went live on stream that there are, songs to be discussed, the semifinal to second half, as well as the two direct qualifiers, Italy and France. And I asked them, they get to choose the running order as they see fit. But I gave them a little caveat there. They need to figure out which song they think I like the least and start with that all the way up to what they think will be my favorites of the night at the end of the show. So I'm curious to find out how close they are or not. It'll be a lot of fun. Once again, just like the last few sessions, I will have my phone up instead of showing the videos on screen because copyright is a biatch. So we have to be careful with that. Also, people kept telling me, Matt, you cannot just listen to on speaker on your phone. It sounds just great to me, but I did bring headphones as well. It's connected to my iPad. It plays simultaneously, so I can hear through it as well. So I have even a more clear sound. Hopefully, it'll make you happy and keeps you quiet. And other than that, those are the things I wanted to just bring in here real quick. And we'll jump right into it. Before you guys tell me the first country on your list, did you guys already decide on one together?
Yes, we made a little running order for you. It's not maybe all of them from least to best, but also a bit of a flow in between here and there. But it is
Okay.
kind of in the same vein of like least to maybe the one you would like the
Mm.
most.
I think I agree with Roy. I think this list, and to be fair, Roy sent me this list, and I was like, no changes. Roy, you got it in one because it's varied and entertaining. You know, I'm sure you will have gathered by now from the first three quarters you've seen so far that it's a varied year. It's a strong year. It's not boring. There's lots of different things going on.
Okay, I'm excited. And just keep in mind, everyone in the chat, I know you probably, there's like, a bug in here. How did it get in? Sorry. I
Talk
don't like
about me?
bugs. Huh? Yeah, get out of here.
Talk about
Shush.
me? Okay.
No, so I was gonna say something. I'm really excited about the songs. Keep in mind, a lot of people want to know my opinion about it. If I happen to dislike or not as crazy about your personal favorite, whatever. It's just my personal opinion, and don't think too much into it. And we're going to have a lot of fun today, and we're just gonna laugh, talk, and predict and all that stuff. Before we get started, I have to do that little disclaimer. I know there's an elephant in the room tonight that we cannot ignore, and I will just read through it. And I don't want to spend much time on it, but we previously shared our stance on Israel's participation in the contest, and you can rewatch our live stream if you wish to do so from a couple of weeks back. And as we all know, it's a very difficult topic to discuss, especially in terms of Eurovision, and I don't have the will nor the interest to go into details here and too deep. Israel is taking part in the Eurovision Song Contest 24, and that is an objective and undisputed fact. So, and as long as that is the case, we will continue to report on those objective facts, including where Israel's in the running order, predictions when it comes to qualifiers, etc., in places where it's basically unavoidable. And we are acknowledging Israel's participation, regardless of some of you may think. And in addition to what we previously discussed in the live stream, the fact that the Israeli broadcaster was trying to politicize the contest themselves with their entry, which was rejected by the EBU on multiple occasions, makes the situation even more complicated. And that is not all. And I hate to bring it up, but myself, as well as many of my team members, we have received lots of threats, starting from simple unsubscribe comments, which is fine. That's your right to do so, to trying to get us unaccredited at Eurovision, all the way up to threats to our safety, including our lives. And for that reason, we will not be covering Israel from a commentary or review perspective, including reactions. And I know this may be disappointing to some people, but we'd rather state our positions than beat around the bush. And I'd like to leave it at that, especially certain phrases, keywords are triggering to people. So I'd want to be very careful. And the last thing I'm asking everyone, please leave my team alone, because I'm ultimately the decision maker. And you can contact me, but stop harassing my team. That's all I'm asking for. We'll block and ban people, including here in the chat if needed, where we see fit. And if you want to leave the chat and unsubscribe, I will respect your decision. But I hope you respect our decision and enjoy the rest of the Eurovision season as intended. That's basically all I'm going to say about that.
Can I add one just little bit of positivity here? About, because it is related to this, but people should know. Obviously, people don't see what stuff is like behind the scenes. Matt and also Connor, who's the editor-in-chief on the website, have been so kind and so supportive to me, to Roy, to others who've been struggling with this. So I just wanted to say to you, Matt, and to Connor as well, thank you so much, because it has really made it a lot easier for me, and I'm sure the same is true for Roy, in the last few weeks when things have been really, really difficult, and for sort of helping us, be able to take the position that we've decided to take. So yeah, love you, Matt. Love you, Connor. You guys are the best.
Okay. The PayPal is incoming for that. No, I'm kidding. Thank you so much for that. That is very, very sweet of you. Thank you. So let's jump right into the first song. And I don't know what it is, so I'll bring up my phone. Gabe or Roy, whoever wants to speak up. Which country am I listening to first, and why?
The first song we decided that you should listen to is Georgia.
Georgia?
Yeah, I think it's a nice start to the show, and yeah, let's see whether you like it or not. There is a bit of I don't know whether you will or not.
Is there controversy around the song? Well, not really.
Not really.
Nope.
No.
It seems like everyone had this, some sort of controversy. All right.
Besides Georgia.
I will. Oh no! It's not playing already on my screen. I just want to look at the. Stop playing! I hit that autoplay. I need to turn it off. Nutza Butzal something. I don't have my glasses on. Firefighter. So, not very descriptive song title. Let me get started. I got to rewind it now. Oh no! Commercial. Wrong camera.
Whoa.
Okay. Oh my God, these commercials are getting longer by the minute, by the day. Oh, now it's in the middle already. I hate when they do that. Okay.
We are professionals.
She was on the ground line number, I think, on some. Are we going to get a female Bob? We have quite a few of those this year.
Great voice.
Okay. She has a good voice. I mean,
Yes,
I assume she can
definitely.
deliver live. The song, very poppy. Secretly was hoping for a little bit more traditional sounds, like ethnic sounds, but it's a little repetitive. I mean, this has staging potential. That's what I will say on this one. You know, it has a lot of energy. It's a familiar sound we've heard at Eurovision. The female bops quite a bit. I don't think I click with the melody. It's not bad though.
I'd be curious to see what you think about this compared to the other similar songs from semi-final 1. So Cyprus and Luxembourg. We can talk about that in a minute.
Yeah.
I know. I think you were talking, Gabe. In case it was for me, I cannot hear you. Tell me again. Yeah, I have not much to say here. It's a good, solid pop song. I said the same thing about Malta yesterday. It's hard for me it's not my genre, so you have to be really stand out for me to go crazy over it. So I kind of put it in that same bucket here. But it's a solid song. I mean, I thought yesterday that Malta was very well liked. After listening, and all people told me it's like at the bottom of the fan polls and all that stuff, and I'm like totally shocked. So now I would have said this one's probably quite popular. Now I'm thinking it's at the bottom of the list as well. It's not a bottom 5 song to me, though. Yeah, I mean, I feel like I just talked without providing really good feedback, but it's a good, solid pop song in the veins of Malta, and there were some other ones that I cannot think of right now. Once again, it's not necessarily my favorite genre. I need to be really, really outstanding. And this song is a little middle of the road for me. But I have no insults for it either. In terms of where I think this is Georgia once again fighting for a qualification, not out of the running. But I wouldn't call this a guaranteed qualifier. So I'm a little on the fence here, so I can see why you put that one first. Let's put it that way. So I can see, and am I somewhat correct that people are lukewarm about this one?
I think so, yeah. It's basically what you say, like there's a couple of female bops in a way, and this one kind of falls into the same category, and I've not really seen super many people be super in love with it. A lot of people do like this one a bit more than the others because, you know, she showcases her vocals very well. And it's a little bit more edgy maybe at a few points. Lyrically, it's maybe a bit weird. I thought you would be pretty indifferent about this one. So that's kind of why I decided to put it in first.
Yeah, I am a little. I mean, I like it. You know, like if it's on, I'm like, cool. But it doesn't, I'm not gravitating towards it. Like, and I'm curious to see because yesterday the first song I listened to was Albania, and then somebody at the end of the show asked me, "Can you sing it to me?" I'm like, no, I don't remember.
That's the thing I have with Georgia as well.
And
like,
I have a feeling this could be,
it.
Yeah, it could be in a similar vein here. What about you, Gabe? Did you think that how I would feel about it?
So yeah, I wouldn't say I'm too surprised by a reaction. I think it's definitely stronger than. I mean, Malta is the good example actually, and obviously I think Cyprus and Luxembourg in semi-final 1. And if I compare it within that group, I think this is clearly the strongest. I do think it's making it to the final. I think it's nice. I feel like we've got a bit of a love-in with Georgia over here. I think we were the only Circus Mercus stands in the world. And then I predicted Iro would come third in the semi-final last year, and we all know how that went.
Wow. I predicted to non-qualify. How did you do on those predictions, Gabe?
Listen, you all clowned on me for saying Lithuania would come highly in that semi-final. I got that right. So you guys missed that one. So we're 1 for 1. As for this song, I think it's strong performance. I think Nutta has a really good background when it comes to performance. If you look, I think she came through The Voice, but not
Yeah, they
straight out
usually
of the voice like Iru did. Like she's had some more experience and so on. She has her own creative team, so it's a little bit detached from the delegation, which I think was probably good because last year it was a bit too static. I look back now and understand the result. And, you know, it's doing pretty well in the odds. It's obviously not super high, but it's very firmly in qualification contention if those are anything to go by. Yeah. So I would say it's a really good step for Georgia. And it's also quite refreshing because from them, this is quite, like, we haven't had a song like this from them for some time. So I'm excited. I think I'd really like them to go to the final, partly because I think it's not healthy for countries to have really long non-qualification streaks. And there's some countries which I look at, and I mean, we've got Latvia. Latvia's in this position as well, and so we'll come on to that later.
Countries the last time really long streaks qualified? 2016.
This sounds like something I should look up real quick.
Georgia, I'm pretty sure. EUROVIsion, Google search.
Yeah, 2016, right? Midnight Gold.
That was a good song.
What a
incredible song.
Absolute banger.
Wait, we all agree on that? Wow.
Yeah.
There was a super chat somewhere. I didn't see it, so forgive me because I was listening.
It was Jay, my editor. Jay.
Oh, thank you, Jay. Thank you. Yes, in case you don't know, Gabe and Roy both have their own channel. ESC Gabe and Roy. I'm gonna say ESC Roy. Roy PM. So don't subscribe to them because you know they're competition now. So don't. Now go ahead and do so. Get some other really awesome content there. So any questions in the chat or comments in regards to Georgia, let us know at ESC United. Where was in the betting odds? I did in the chat. I'm sure somebody said it, but I didn't see it.
Let me check that for you real quick.
It's sort of low teens.
Oh, there's somebody.
Like 17, 18, 19. 18th
in 17th at this moment.
Oh, that's higher than I thought because I thought it's going to be more like Malta. It's on the 18th official ESC poll, slightly above Ireland and Luxembourg. Above Ireland, I mean, it's about winning, you know, so it's not about, you know, ranking that we always need to remember. So I can see that.
There's some.
To be fair,
a couple of people have mentioned it in chat. So I'll mention it now. We should say, so not to, we won't go into details. She had a personal tragedy this week. And so I think we should all put some love in the chat for Nutsa because she's going through a really tough time. And regardless of everything else, we wish her all the very, very best.
Is it inappropriate to talk about it right now? I don't know what happened.
I think we shouldn't go into more detail.
Okay, got it.
Just to sort of keep the mood of the stream in general, but I think it's worth mentioning because it literally just happened a couple of days ago. So it's worth bringing up.
Okay, whatever it is. Yes, you're in our thoughts. Okay, so I think that's all we have for Georgia. So I am curious to find out who you think I would like slightly more. Who's next on the list?
Next up on the list is Estonia, and I think you should listen to the music video and not the live performance.
I've been doing that.
Okay, good.
You don't think this is a song that I will really get as into? Because,
no, that's the reason why it's second.
Okay,
but hey, who knows?
Definitely music video.
You never know.
5 minutes ex polup.
Vis minus.
My dog's whining.
Good luck.
Yeah, okay. I'm just
no, do it entirely.
I don't have my glasses on. Narcotikumides.
Okay, let's go through it one word at a time. Nendest,
I can do.
Narcotikumides.
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 What?
Narcotikumides.
Nah, I can't.
Okay. Next one. Eitea. Mekul. Midagi.
Are we not done yet? What?
No.
Midagi.
Midagi. I was like, me daddy? Like my daddy? Midagi. Got it. That's how
chat would have loved that. This is like when we accidentally say the word bear or twink or otter or anything like that. They all go mad. So they'll go mad for that as well.
Okay. All right. Anyways, enough of the reading. Let's play the song.
Yes, I'm so curious.
But cut your dishwashing time with whatever they're selling.
Whoa, no spawn. We don't do that here.
What?
Neither
You
does
don't use dishwashers?
Neither
Oh, can I
does
speak
the
now?
official Eurovision channel with this song, because there's a product placement in there somewhere.
Is that the beginning? Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh, I like that instrument though. I was listening right now because I don't speak the language. I don't know, y'all. Okay. So what? I'm dying to find out what they're singing about. This is absolutely fascinating. I do love the energy of the song. Yeah, no, I get it. I should be hating this. The problem is I don't.
He doesn't hate it. Yes. Woo.
Gaston likes it as well. He's jumping up on me. That's usually. This is fast. I love the instruments in the song. It's so different. Wow. The energy is... I'm digging the vibe, the energy of the song. Okay. That dance is everything.
Matt, I'll teach you to do it.
Wow. Yeah, I'm done. I'm Team Estonia. You got it wrong, Roy and Gabe. I love this song.
Yes, I've never been so happy to be wrong in my life.
This is such a different feel and vibe. It is such a risk for Estonia. I'm so thankful they're sending something that is so out of the box, but it is so energetic and fascinating. And the guy with a D voice, it's just like, yes. I don't know. I'm just grabbing. It just has such a punch to it. Such a punch. And you want that. You want something to stand out. And I understand this will be polarizing, but you'd rather be polarizing than Germany. That's what I'm saying. So it's just, I think this is a wonderful song. Absolutely fascinating. I want to watch it. Like, it's the beat, the vibe, and I just love the energy of the video, whatever they were dancing. That was so cool.
Awesome.
Yes, I'm a big fan of that song. Estonia, yes. Thank you so much. Okay, Gabe, now the dance, Roy and Matt, we expect to see you dancing during rehearsals. What do you mean? How do you know that? How do I know you know the dance, Gabe?
I was doing it on stream.
Right now?
Yeah, just now.
I wasn't looking. So I'm always not paying attention to you guys because I want to have any... See you're smiling or dancing, then I have to do the same thing.
Don't worry, I'll teach you to do it in Malmo. But what I do want to tell you, Matt, is how many times I've streamed that song. It is my most streamed song of all time.
What?
I have listened to it. Here we are. 825 times.
How is that even possible?
I really like this song.
825 times in my life. So, wow. No, but I think this is, it is. I don't know how this is going to work live. I'm curious. I'm going to watch the national final performance and see if that's different. But this is a televote magnet. It's not a jury magnet. I think that's fair to say. But I just, I'm not overthinking this song. It just
Good.
absolutely so many things that I like about it, and it's memorable. Gabe, so you, based on your comment, you really like the song. Is it one of your favorites this year?
This is one of my absolute favorites this year. I love this song. I think it's going to be a really real moment live. This one is high energy, but really unique, like in its sound and the way it's structured and everything. So I just think it has so much potential for that reason. And I love it. And it's great. And it's my favorite thing ever. And they made it for me. They made this specifically for me.
Yeah.
They wrote the song for me.
I could see, and somebody just said in the chat that stole my thunder here. Thank you, chat. I could see it's not the same as Moldova 22, the song, but it has the same sort of potential in terms of televote if it's done right, visually and fun. I think this could go really far in the televote because what people gravitate towards often are these really just this fun party songs, and it's a little darker than maybe Tool was, from the vibes, but it's still a little bit of a party song as well. So what's Roy, do you know what the message is of the song at all?
It's basically, Gabe is probably better at knowing this, but it's basically like they don't know anything about these drugs. That's what the title says. So it's like a bit of a commentary on drug use and stuff like that, I think.
Alcohol is free. That's a good example as well. I agree. Yeah. Go ahead.
I would sort of portray this song as kind of a bunch of guys who've been stopped by the police after, while having taken something, and profusely insisting to the police that they've not taken anything and they would never go near drugs and it could never have anything to do with them, that they're nice, sensible boys. I can imagine them pleading to a police officer as they sing the song.
Do you like the song, Roy?
Yeah, I quite like it. It's my 15th at the moment. I don't know. The live performance was a bit messy, and after a while, I kind of get a little bit bored of it in a way. Like I've listened a bit too much to this song, maybe. So maybe it'll grow back on me.
It doesn't have longevity.
Yeah,
too much.
We're different people, Gabe.
Well, here's the thing, and I've been saying that a lot over the past week or two since I've been doing this. It seems there are a lot of televote friendly songs this year so far.
Yeah, and that also doesn't really help its case. Like I think there's quite a few that do it better, and that might drown it a little bit more in my personal ranking as well.
Got it. Was it in the fan polls and the betting odds?
22nd in the betting odds. As for the fan poll, I suspect Roy will get to it before I do.
I was on the odds, so I don't know where to pull.
20th in the app. I can see that it's just being middle because it's not a winner. The thing is with the odds is always very, very, because I would not put money down on Estonia either as the winner, right? I think none of us would. So it's almost better like to look at the qualification chances, that kind of stuff. They may differ a little. But anyway, so yeah, no, I just like the vibe of the song very much. And yeah, I'm sure, Gabe, you're glad that you were wrong in your prediction.
Well, I think luckily I'm wrong in a great many things, as you guys have experienced over the last few years.
Yeah.
But it's all really being wrong or right. It's just all about marketing. You just have to harp on relentlessly about the few things you get right. And then they get far more oxygen than the many, many things you get wrong. I think, sorry, I zoned out slightly. What was it I got wrong in the first place? My brain is blanked.
That we thought that
I thought that I wouldn't like it as much.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's the thing is, Matt, with this sort of thing, it's very hit and miss for you. And because of that, I think to put it on the safe side, get it out of the way early, because either you don't like it and you're like, well, it's early on, so fine.
True.
Or we have this situation and it's like, you like it. It's a nice surprise, right?
True, maybe you tricked me into liking it. Who knows?
Yeah, exactly.
And also, like, this song is a little bit more towards the rappy side of the spectrum, and you're usually not a big fan of rap music, so I was like, yeah, we probably have to put Estonia quite early. So
you know what? That is true. I don't like usually rap, but I call it melodic. This is not rap, right? But
no, but it's...
I love melodic rap, like Florida. I love his music, and the coincidence that he went to Eurovision, I loved him before that. So that kind of music I can totally get behind, but I need a melody. Just rap itself is usually not a thing for me. Which is also my least favorite part of the Swiss song. So let's move on then.
Okay.
Song number 3, Gabe or Roy, what we got?
It's going to be Latvia.
Latvia.
So we're going to.
Oh, you don't have low expectations for Latvia. That's not right. First, Estonia. What's the problem with the Baltic countries? Is that a person? Okay, here we go. Live performance, official studio, official music video, right?
To be fair, maybe the live is better in this case.
Yeah, do the live.
Do the live?
Yeah.
It's Dawns with Hollow. Okay, we'll do the national final performance.
Ooh, another ad. We love it.
You know, when you just glance, sorry, I didn't mean to stop. Doesn't he look like the guy from Harry Potter? I forgot his name.
Yes, a little
that
bit.
guy. The name you know shall not speak of.
Voldemort. I get what you're saying.
There's also
right now. Sorry.
There's also some people in Roop looking ass. I'll explain later.
Okay. What's it? Rude looking ass.
No.
Let's start it again. Okay.
How dare they? There you go.
Here we go.
Ooh. Sad ballad. Okay. I do have a soft spot for ballads.
We know.
He has a good voice. He sings it well. For some reason, I really like the verses. I am on the fence when it comes to the chorus. It's a little unnecessarily aggressive. I feel like the song didn't ask for that. Oops. Sorry, the dog jumped and I was like, moved my hand.
I don't know about you guys. I've always been a big fan of Hosier.
Sorry.
Sure. It's Gaston. Look at it.
Gaston.
Yeah, see, this is the kind of ballad that I feel like they were trying to go for a certain emotion. It almost feels forced to me. That's the way it's up. Yeah, I find this get a little boring. Maybe it doesn't allow me access the song emotionally. But that's the thing with ballads. If you don't feel the emotion that they're trying to convey with that, and it's kind of lost. Oh no, I really wanted to like the song, especially since it's Latvian. It's been a while. And it doesn't have this is a potential jury pleaser, but I know jury's in the semi, so This is the end?
Oh, yeah. Yep,
Oh,
that's
I didn't
it.
like the ending at all. It was just like so anticlimactic. Oops. My camera just died.
And now you're on a new one.
No.
Oh, we have Matt angle 2.
This is a bad lighting angle too. Hang on. He just disconnected my good camera. Look what you've done, you little stinker.
It was Gaston.
We love Gaston.
Oh man. No, anyways. Oh gosh, I hate this angle. Ugh. Not much I can do about it. What was I saying?
About the
What was the
song
last thing I said?
ending like very abruptly.
Yeah, the song ended so unexpectedly, in a very anticlimactic ending, which really bothered me. That ending really bothered me. I was expecting a little more. So clearly, even Gaston was not a fan of the song because he even ripped apart my camera. So yeah, I don't know what else to say. It's a solid, good voice. It's a decent song, and again, I don't want to poo-poo on the song. I just cannot access it emotionally, and it's a little banal is such a negative connotation to it, but I just find it boring. And I don't feel anything emotionally, and melodically, it's not up my alley. So it's just an okay song to me.
Disagree.
Yeah,
Disagree.
you like it?
I like this song, and actually, I think it has a lot of potential. I think there's some things missing which can be fixed. The first thing is the voice is great. Like they're gonna have absolutely trouble with the voice, and I think we can agree if it wasn't the final, he'd probably get some credit for that. I think the thing is that this kind of song, it really needs storytelling. For that, you need to connect with the camera a bit more. Right now, he's not looking into the camera. That's a problem that needs to be fixed. The staging is too static. They can work on that. They can do different things. They can add dancers. You know, the music video had an interesting concept. So there's things they can do. I think people are underrating this a little bit because I think a lot of people will really appreciate his voice. And provided the staging isn't distracting, I think it has a good shot of making it to the final. If it does make it to the final, juries will pick it up and it'll do quite well. So I think this could be the end of Latvia's NQ streak. I think this has a big chance of qualifying in the same way Southern Lights did. They were really unfortunate to miss out by a whisker last year. But I think there's sort of signs of life, in my opinion, in Latvia now. And the top three of their national final was one of their best top threes in some time. And I think, this could go a long way. So I actually quite like this. I think it's important to have songs like this to separate, what a contrast from Estonia. I think these two songs going next to each other would actually benefit them both. If they were next to each other in the running order, for example. So I am more optimistic than both of you, is my position.
You don't even know what I think about this song.
I know, like, what do you think, Roy?
That's a good point, Roy.
I mean, I literally have it next to Estonia in my ranking, so I quite like it as well. It's just, I do understand that this doesn't really have the broad appeal, but I just really like his voice. And he needs to work maybe a little bit on how he conveys the message and how the cameras are worked. But I think it's quite a radio-friendly ballad in a way. Like you could hear this on the radio quite easily. And I think that could be a bit of a benefit for them. I'm not sure if it's going to be enough to qualify, because you do need a bit more broader appeal for that to happen. And I do think this was also their best decision in the national selection. But yeah, I also quite enjoy it, actually. And but I'm not sure if it will qualify. I'm not sure if enough people will get behind it.
Well, here's the thing. I want to add that caveat because, after listening to the first half of the semi, mostly just bops. Basically, Denmark is the slowest song in the first half, which is still a mid-tempo song. So I think that could only work in Latvia's favor. I don't know if there are any other ballots in the running, but just from that perspective, it delivers something different for people. And if there are no other ballots, so it maybe just fills that void. So, but we will see. And maybe I'll change my mind. It's just the first impression was a little bit almost too heavy, the melody, for me to immediately go into it. But that just goes sometimes. Some said Mansfield said the song makes you feel hollow. Haha! I should have thought of
Good
that.
pun. 10 points.
10 points. So yeah, it's okay. I don't hate it. It's just it doesn't move me. Okay. Next up, song number 4. Remember, y'all, the 2 direct qualifiers, Italy and France, are in there as well. So I don't know if you forgot or that you have it deliberately later. So who's next on your list?
We have them later. I need Gabe to help me decide which version we're gonna do of this song, but it is San Marino. The reason why I say it is because obviously the San Marino selection doesn't have the best music quality or sound quality. But the music video has like a pause of 30 seconds in there, which is a bit
Oh
annoying.
no, then that's what I can tell if the song is good even based on the bad quality. So I'll do the national final performance.
Okay,
Just remember that UVPSM is a disaster. So the sound quality is real bad.
I also need to remember. I was thinking Megara, Benny Dawnfest 23. It's hard to beat that song, so it's unfair to put them on the pedestal. No pun intended to Czechia right now. To put them like, oh, they're going to be awesome. But I cannot deny that I'm a little bit low key excited about this one.
Yeah, the music video is really, really good as well. But like, for me, the half a minute that they do nothing, it's like one of my biggest pet peeves when it comes to music videos, when I just have a pause where there's no music. I'm like, why?
Yeah, these weird breaks in between. It's like, come on. All right, here we go. I'm going to play the live performance.
Cool.
But first, have some ice cream. Oh, that's a different camera now. I was like, California closet. So if you want to come out of a California closet, now is your time to do so. Okay, so let's go.
I would love some ice cream, though.
In a closet?
No, just ice cream.
It's easier for me to hold the camera this way, I will tell you that much. What is...
It also looks better.
I've always loved their visual. Like, they're so striking visually.
Mm-hmm.
Oh! The color... I like this already. This is my music. They sound good for San Marino standards. This is good.
True.
And they have already bringing staging, which I quite like. The chorus could be a little bit more melodic. I will say that. But it's still to my liking. They're fun. Like, they're funny, actually. I love this kind of, approach when it comes to this genre. It's not easy to pull off funny. I really like this song. I really like this. I know this is not Eurovision. I think this is going to struggle in qualification. I will not going to lie. But if it were up to me, this is going to go through.
Hold the thing a bit high, Matt.
I know. I was just trying to... Somebody said the sound is low, so I was just checking.
Yeah, it's pretty low, but we all know the song, so it's all right.
I love that bit. That's my favorite bit.
Me too. Actually, the final 10 seconds is my favorite bit.
Oh, the microphone is not picking up the song because I had to hold in front of it. That's what they're talking about. I cannot do it this way, then I cannot see much.
I mean, people have seen it before. I think there's not much way around it, Matt.
I love the dancers. This is awesome. I have a feeling this is going to be overlooked by the odds and the fans.
Yes.
Yeah. You okay, Roy?
I got a mad cramp in my upper leg, in my thigh.
I was so confused what was going on for a second. I was like, Roy, I enjoyed the song too, but not that much.
Are you guys okay? Sorry, I think you're talking. I didn't pay attention to you guys.
I had the maddest cramp in my thigh because I had a handball game earlier today and just woo. Okay, we good.
No one clipped that. No one clipped that.
And I had no idea, and I was just keep talking and talking. Just like that one time I fell off my chair, and you guys pretended I wasn't even falling off the chair, remember? And I brought it in.
We didn't see.
Mm-hmm. Sure, we'll go with that. So I like the song. I understand. Before you tell me, I can put money down on this. It's pretty low in the betting odds, pretty low in the fan polls. In the betting odds, I can understand because it's not a winner.
No.
But this is a good song. And I'll tell you right now, don't count out San Marino. I think there is a lot going for it. So I enjoy, but again, they're catering to my taste. So it's me. I'm a little biased here. But I like Megara's song. I absolutely do. And yes, the sound, of course, was the San Marino stage. But even for that, it was pretty darn good. And now just imagine with a proper sound in the Malmö arena and even more advanced staging, this could be a visual feast. Now, granted, they've tried that before with the riding a bull, and that didn't work in their favor. But
still awesome,
I still think that this song on its own merit is really good. I saw somebody in chat that it's 37th in the odds, so aka last.
To be fair, like, it's the reputation that San Marino has. Like, it will always be low in the odds, no matter how incredible the song is.
Yeah. So, what do you guys think, Gabe? Let's start with you.
I think it's actually really good. It's really refreshing. It's like brave and accessible. It's a kind of music that I think Roy is very much to our taste. I also really like Megara. I really liked Arcadia as well, just like you did, Matt. And I think people are underselling its chances. This is going to be in with a chance of making it to the final. Yes, it's a tough semi-final, but it is there. It's going to be in the mix, I think. Oh, your camera's fixed. It's going to, I think, it has the potential for a glow up on stage. We shouldn't forget that San Marino actually has a decent amount of money in the bank to spend on staging, because the way their national final is structured means that they make a lot of money from it, and then they can spend that on their Eurovision performance. As the head of delegation the Irish head of delegation, Michael Keeley, revealed in an interview, I think it was over on EUROVIsion, the San Marinese budget for Eurovision is actually bigger than the Irish one. So that gives you an idea of how much financial muscle they pull out of this national final. So yeah, don't count them out. Underestimate them at your peril. They could really pull something out of the bag here, and I think they're definitely in the conversation for getting to the final.
Yeah. How about you, Roy?
I really like this song. It is on the border of my top 10, basically. I might even prefer it over Arcadia. I know Arcadia had a bit more of a catchier hook, but this just rocks out a bit more in general, I think.
Fair.
Yeah, I think San Marino has got some pretty decent chances as well. Like, it stands out quite a lot in this running order, and it's in the second half, which will always help as well. Or running order in the semi-final, it stands out. I would love to see it go through. And if they already had such a striking visual in the national final in goddamn Una Voce per San Marino. I mean, if you do that at Eurovision, like, the pink is so striking, people will remember that, and people will definitely pick their phone up to vote for this. Like, will it go through guaranteed? No, but I think they have a pretty decent shot at it, not gonna lie.
Yeah, I'd love to hear from people in the chat as well what they think about San Marino this year. Where's it in the polls? Do we know? Not like betting odds, but fan
Low.
Low.
Low 20s actually, so sort of midway up. I think this is 21st in the fan poll right now, which is 21st? For San Marino pretty good. Yeah, I think I said the Eurovision World.
I thought it would be 30th or down.
I'm going to have a quick check to confirm that for you for a moment. San Marino, yeah. It's got more that it's above Germany, Slovenia. We talked about Estonia. It's above Estonia. It's above countries like Finland and Australia, Latvia, Moldova, Malta. So it's actually solidly in the midfield.
That's surprising.
Polling at about the same as Ireland and Luxembourg.
Yeah, some people say DOA. I don't think that, but I never think they're hardly. Oh my God!
Oh, and now we're back to the other one again.
I have no idea. There must be something wrong with our connection with the camera.
Gaston is like interfering via telekinesis.
Yeah, he's under the table.
If I destroy the stream, then Matt can come and give me cuddles and treats sooner.
They're very okay. Now it's. Oh my God! I'm done. It just keeps switching back and forth. What was I gonna say? Oh, there are very few songs that I would consider DOA anyways, because a lot of songs have the chance to qualify, and we've seen a lot of surprises. I mean, a lot of people thought, most people thought "Say Na Na Na" was DOA, and pretty sure that's not how it panned out in the end.
People thought, hey, there were people who thought Trenalassel was hopeless.
Oh, that was funny.
I should know. I'm people. And then I saw it and I was like, oh, this is not DOA.
I think this entire semifinal, there is not a single song that is really DOA in this semifinal. In the first one, I think there's two. But in this one, I don't think there's any that's really dead on arrival.
First opportunity, you're thinking Iceland
and Slovenia.
Slovenia?
Yes.
That's quite the opinion you've got there.
What about Slovenia? I'm sorry, say it one more time.
In the first semifinal, I think there's only two DOAs, and that's like Slovenia and Iceland.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Surprised
I'm not agreeing,
but I'm not shocked. I can see why you think that. I don't agree, but I can see why you would think
I just don't think locals would click with Slovenia. That's the thing. Like, I like what they're going for. I just don't think it will click.
All right. Enough of DOAs. Let's talk about the opposite of DOAs, because the next song, I'm sure, is going to be a banger, and I love it very much. But you put it in my midfield in terms of how I will like it in this group. What song am I listening to next?
Next up, we have my southern neighbors, Belgium.
Belgium. Okay.
Yes.
I think you're deliberately keeping Netherlands to the end, huh?
Maybe.
All right, let's see here. Belgium. Musti before the party's over. I assume there's no national final because it's the other broadcast usually.
He was like the first artist of who we knew that was going to Eurovision. I think even before the September deadline, we already knew that he was going to go to Eurovision.
Okay. It's just good to have some guys in here because the first half was virtually mostly just women. So and one non-binary. Let me see here. Pampers. I don't want to show you Pampers. Okay, which camera is working currently?
Yeah, that one.
That one, perfect.
I have a hard time understanding what he's saying. I said the kids are all right. No, what's he saying?
Yep.
I'm listening to the words. Oh! So this is, to me, it's a distant cousin from Latvia, but I think melodically it is a lot more accessible to me.
Agree.
I do like the melody. Huh?
Agree. I agree. I think you're right.
So there is like the vibe is there, but it feels I feel like a little bit less. So, but let's see. Oh, this is beautiful. The move. That's really pretty. That's really, really pretty. Now, this is what I can see on the radio. Even more than Latvia that you mentioned, right? But I get where you're coming from with Latvia, but this one is even more radio-friendly.
Definitely.
And usually that's not a good thing because I call Germany radio-friendly, but this is like the good kind of radio-friendly. Not boring radio-friendly. Yeah, this is pretty. This is really pretty. I have to think, but definitely one of the better ballads I've listened to so far this year. We haven't had that many ballads this year. You notice? Unless you all kept them to the end.
Focus in on this bit.
It's not this camera, this camera. Okay. Oh, the bridge is switching it up a little, huh? Oh, this is a nice... Is it going to be a big note at the end? Oh, so we have a grand finale. I don't know why I'm making that noise. Oh, this has good. See, this is the kind of energy that is even like certain aggressiveness, but I'm not put off by it. Oh, and I love the back vocals that really add like a counter melody there. I'm a big fan of good counter melodies, and this one has that.
The backing vocals are fans. He put out a call for fans.
I
to
hope
send
they're gonna
it.
have all of these back live. This would be so good live if they have backup vocals live, because this can really make a difference. Okay,
There we go. So
this
those
is
backing
a really
vocals, Matt.
good song. What?
All fans. Those backing vocals. He put
What
out
does
a
it mean,
call.
all
He said. You remember when Duffy Freya a couple of years ago was like, "Send in your clip, and I'll make because I'm making a choir of backing vocalists
Who did
out
that?
of fans." Duffy
No,
Freya.
I don't remember that.
With 10 years, you know, the bridge of 10 years, it had the
Oh, yes,
fans in
yes,
the
yes,
background.
I do remember.
Same thing.
Yeah,
Same
Iceland,
thing.
yes.
The, you know, I got a soul on fire. I'm going to make moves tonight. That is all fans.
That is cool. That's really powerful because the song has a very intricate and effective build, right? The bridge slowly builds up to like some grand finale, which we then get. So this is very well executed. Yes, I made that comparison to Latvia because there are some similarities there. You know, two guys singing a ballad, little very powerful emotional choruses. But I just find this one gels better with me. It allows me in easier. So I really like this one. So this was really, really good. I want to listen to this again. This is just a really good high. This is a really good just a really good song. Like, put Eurovision aside. If you heard, and that's the thing with Eurovision, right? Because you have other good songs. If it would have been performed by a more famous singer, Justin Timberlake, they would be in the charts.
Yeah.
So that's how I feel about this. So it is. I will say Latvia has probably. I mean, I don't know. This is recorded, but Latvia certainly has a better voice. But this one, I think it's just a better song composition overall. So you guys like it, Roy?
Yeah, I very much like it. To be honest, like a lot of these songs in this batch, I quite like. There's not really any that I really dislike. But yeah, it's a pretty good ballad. Although I will say that it's starting to go a bit down in my ranking. Like it's getting a bit too repetitive that he literally repeats the same sentence in the final minute every single time. But I cannot wait to hear this live. Like, I hope he can deliver it well, because then the final moment, how much passion he already puts in the music video, if they stage that correctly, this could be really epic on the stage, and I cannot wait to see that.
It's very interesting because usually I'm like on your side with that kind of stuff. I listen to it too much, but for me, it's all fresh. I'm almost like that new viewer at Eurovision, and that is mostly what they care about, right? It's like the first impression. The first impression is really, really good. I can see where this one maybe gets old after a while, but for the first time, it's like, whoa! Oops, I got a burp. Gabe, what are your thoughts?
I think this is really great. I think it's super dramatic in a way that is really engaging. It's accessible. As Bruno just pointed out in chat, there's loads of room in that last minute for ad-libs. There's no way he's going to stand on stage and go, "Before the party is over," the same way over and over again. There's going to be ad-libs. It's going to be a big finish.
It's going to be jury bait.
Yeah,
massively.
And so this is going to do, I think, really well. Belgium have really not. They aren't here to play this year. They saw Gustav's 7th place last year and said, "That's nice. What if we go higher?" And I think they could, because it's brilliant. And I really, really like this song, and I listen to it a lot. So Belgium, well done. You should be very pleased with this.
Speaking of jury bait, Roy, you mentioned that just a second ago. But do you have any? I mean, pre-rehearsals, because you never know what happens at rehearsal time. But pre-rehearsals, you think this is a guaranteed qualifier in the televote as well, though?
Pretty sure, yeah. It's got like that radio appeal that you talked about as well. And I think a lot of locals will also really appreciate a good artist when they put all their passion into it. And when you can really tell, this is their piece that they put on stage, that will come across. And I think it will, if, of course, the vocals are good, I think it will be pretty safe qualifier.
Okay. So, any thoughts on the song at ESC United in the chat? Gabe, did you look it up? The betting odds, where it is? Just
Yes,
no, don't say it. Don't say it. I could see this one being like in the top 10 betting odds, like 8th, 9th. Is that pointing up?
Yes.
7?
No, higher. It's
6?
Fourth.
No, it's
Fourth
6
in the
all-
betting odds.
No.
it's
4th
6.
was Switzerland yesterday.
Well, who told me it was fourth?
It's 6
I
in the
didn't listen
betting
to chat.
odds.
It's 6, not 4th.
Still,
yeah.
that is
just
really,
testing.
really
I knew that all
good.
along.
It's
just a
4th
test.
on the Eurovision scoreboard app.
Whoa!
That's what I meant.
4th. No, shut the front. I didn't expect it to be this high. What? This is that popular?
Yep.
My response was like almost muted then compared to that. I didn't expect it to be this high and that popular. I thought it would be Latvia just more popular kind of thing. Wow. So
People
this
really
is a
kick with
contender
it.
potentially.
And it was released pretty early as well, so like people stuck with it quite nicely.
This is actually 4th in the poll, just below Croatia, Switzerland, and a country yet haven't talked about yet.
Is that
Should
true?
I guess which one it is?
Oh yes.
I mean,
yeah.
I have a guess. It's probably Israel, but it could be. Well, Italy's always a threat, so we'll see. Actually, I don't want to know.
Don't worry, we wouldn't say.
Yeah, thank you. Tell me what happens. I think this could be a surprise NQ. Do you, Gabe? Could you see a universe where this person might be correct, or you think this is like one of those? It's impossible. We have, unfortunately, with Belgium in particular, that's some really popular songs, and then they butchered the live staging, and then they didn't make it. Like, we had that happen before. So Belgium has done that before, so I can see it if it's not done right. If he's bad vocally, what are your thoughts?
No, in short, I can't see a world in which this doesn't qualify. I think, given what it's up against in the semi-final, I think it's going to be pretty comfortable. I don't think we're going to end up with a situation like we had with Senek in 2018, where it was massively favored before the show, and then the live show was a disaster. I think the visuals in the music video give us a bit of an indication about the seriousness with which this project is being taken, and the fact that it does have good creative direction behind it. So I think absolutely safe qualifier for me. When I think about J-Up House, also think Latvia and San Marino will qualify. I said they have a chance, which is different. If you listen to what I say, then maybe that would help you. And I don't think so. Yeah, I think it's dead set for this one. I think it's going to do just fine.
I think it could only
They
really
provide some
be.
context. Real quick, they just provide more context, saying them referring to the repetitive of the last chorus. So that could hurt them.
I think it only has like the chance to non-qualify if the live vocals are really not that good. So that's like the only pivotal thing really for it. But we heard a little bit of him singing in the studio. It wasn't fully to the level that it was in the studio version, but it sounded pretty decent. So I don't think it will be a big problem.
Okay. Fair enough. So let me see who is left. We have the Netherlands, Norway. Wait, we got Belgium, Estonia. We got Georgia. We got Latvia. We got Netherlands. Oh, we only have 4. So in France and Italy. So those 4. Okay.
France, Italy, Norway, Netherlands are the 4 we have.
Yes.
left, right?
Okay. So let's do the next one. Oh, I'm almost done. Who is it?
Next one that we decided you should listen to is Italy. I would advise the live performance.
The live? Really? Why all of a sudden all the live performances?
Oh, but are you going to be able to? Oh no, it's on the Eurovision channel now, isn't it? It's just because
Yeah, it
Rai
is.
take down all the San Remo performances, which is sad.
You'll be fine when you put it on the phone.
Yeah. That's why I'm doing this.
Yeah, I understand. If
yeah.
that wasn't the case, I would have advised the other one. But
Okay, so I know you mentioned what's a female, so I'm not surprised to see Angelina Mango. La Noia. Okay.
yes,
So Italy is the way she looks. I don't think it's a ballad.
okay.
All right. We'll see. I mean, I actually kind of hope that this song. I hope I'm gonna hate this song because I'm sick and tired of Italy being in my top 10 every freaking year. Give some space, okay? So this will suck. I know this song's gonna suck so hard, and I'm gonna love it for it now. Let's go. Did she say something in English?
Nope.
No.
I thought you said fucked.
Well, that's your brain.
Yeah, the consegno fucked. That's all I heard. Okay. This is getting right into. Okay, wait. But that's just a good start. Italy.
Love her voice so much.
Wow.
Same.
I love this already. I like the little instrumental part there. That was really cool. Wow. Wow. Fuck, we're going back to Italy. Wow. This is amazing, y'all. Wow, this is amazing. All the other girl bop. This one, yeah. And you can sing live, that's good.
Very well.
Wow, I'm. This is so good. Wow. And a little vocal. And the jurors will like this because you got to please them as well. Oh man, this is amazing. Italy, you did it again, and stop it. Oh! This is stupid now. Oh, that at the Euro Club. Now I just want to be in Malmo just for that. Oh!
Well, hello on the other side.
What a shit song. No, seriously. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, Italy. I'm sick and tired of you sending good songs.
Oh man,
was
this year's
amazing. This is like what I live for.
Sanremo was so incredibly stacked and strong. Like,
Really?
it is mental how good this year was. The day that all of the songs got released on Spotify, all 30 competing songs, like all of them, got into the charts on Spotify in Italy, which is mental. So not a single one was left out. Not only that, but Angelina Mango and also Annalisa made it to the top 9 of most streamed artists within a week on Spotify. So they're like amongst Beyonce and like really big artists that have a massive name. Like, you need to listen to a lot of those songs back because they're so good. And Angelina, like, that was incredible, and she got so much charisma, and for such a young person, she did so incredibly well.
It's gonna go up in the charts everywhere.
Yeah.
This is just this is so good. Italy continues to just own the contest, and the good thing for them is they don't even look at Eurovision. Like this is not they're not doing San Marino to select a Eurovision entry. They just happen to now, have the winner, giving the offer to do that. So it's its own thing, and it's so effective. It's so effective, and my lord, I think we have what 3 songs left. I think you should put this one last, because now I feel like this one is like the one to beat, because this one has juries and televote appeal.
Definitely.
She makes sure she has a little and then but still a modern song, and it's just exhausted, absolutely exhausted. But no, I love it. Gabe, you appreciate the song?
I like it very much. I think it's really a really good winner of, or really strong edition of Sanremo. I gotta say, Italians, I know we had our differences in the past, but you know what? You can have, if the result is going to be this good, you can have your 20-hour long shows and 5 nights before you decide anything. Like, you can have it. You can have it, because if it's this good, it's absolutely you guys. This is the thing, when it comes to food and Eurovision entries, you guys know what you're doing better than basically anyone. I think it's really exceptional. I think it's super catchy. I actually like how you want more from the choruses where the instrumental is more dialed back. You find yourself wanting more. If every chorus was like that, it would be a problem. But because it then gives you it makes the whole thing more powerful. And it means the song has this progression and this building and this building. So I am just really pleased. I think it's great. Well done, Italy. Well done. I don't have much to say beyond that.
No, it's just like they know what they're doing every year. And let me guess. The country that we've been always dancing around that is third in the betting odds, is that Italy?
Yes. And it's also number 1 in the Eurovision scoreboard app.
Well, people see, I guess I'm with the majority for once. So that was I'm just like absolutely. Thank you again, Italy, for another fantastic song. Any thoughts in the comments at ESC United? Clearly this is a fan favorite, so I expect good things. And I was so dancing and teared up that I cannot, my eyes are all messed up and I don't get my glasses. Here they are. I cannot read this. I think if Italy doesn't win, it's because people still remember how RAI screwed up the hosting in 22. Nah, most people won't know this stuff. It's
Nobody
only
will
us
care.
knowing about that. Do you think that people watching the show were like, oh, the lights, all of that stuff? They thought that was designed to be that way.
Yeah,
so,
most locals that I've talked to didn't even know that there was anything wrong with that stage. So
you gotta remember our level of engagement is a lot higher. These kinds of things. Yeah. Now, again, no offense, Italians. If there is one thing that makes me say I would rather this didn't win, it's because from a fan perspective who was in Turin, it was a bit of a disaster. I say this with love. But I would hope that if RAI did host again, they would have learned a lot of lessons from that. So I would expect it to be better. So at the same time, if they did win, I'd be like, okay, well, they've had a chance to learn the lessons of the last hosting, and maybe we'll see something slightly more efficient. If I was them, I would just do what Ukraine did and be like, screw it, we've realized that we're in too deep here. Hire a bunch of Swedes. They came in and fixed everything, and then
they don't need really to. Well. Look at that Sanremo stage. It is absolutely gorgeous. If they make a big staircase coming down or something like that with big LEDs, that would be incredible for Eurovision. They just need to fix that thing really, and then they're pretty okay, I think.
Well, sure, but they have with Sanremo, it's the same room every year. It's the same. The scale is a lot smaller. There's the orchestra. There's all these other things. I think it's such a different production, and it is so radically different from Eurovision in a way that basically no other national final really is. And obviously, I get it. Before I get the, it's not a national final. It is a show in its own right with a very rich history, and we owe Eurovision's existence to San Remo. It also happens to be a national selection. In addition,
Yes.
not trying to take away from it when I say that.
No, totally get it.
But
I put my
Eurovision's
money
a totally different production, totally different scale.
Okay. I put my money on Italy this year since I heard the song. I knew it was a big contender. Not a fan. Not a lot of songs have jury and televoting appeal. Italy has, and that's what I kind of hinted at earlier as well. That Italy is one of the few songs that I can say I can see votes coming from both sides. Italy, unfortunately, over the years, even though sending fantastic songs, have been a little bit underappreciated by the juries. Do you think this has the jury appeal as well, Roy?
Oh yeah, definitely. Like she delivers it incredibly well. Like her vocals are flawless in this entire song, and the a cappella part really sells it home. Like then she really showcases, look at me, I got this. And that is something that people really appreciate. And also this song is really like radio friendly, and even when you look at the competition being in May, you kind of go towards the summer. It's very summery. I could see a lot of like the radio juries really giving this a lot of points as well. So yeah, I think it's gonna do really, really well in the competition. Will it win? I'm not ready to say that, but it's got good chances.
Well, I can't yet because we still have a few songs to go. So,
True.
But no, I like Italy. I love Italy. Like is not the right word. Love it. Love it. All right. I hate having to move on to the next song, but here we go. We got Netherlands, Norway, and France left.
Yes.
Interesting song. So which one is next?
We decided that the next song that we'll have you listen to is France.
Okay. So the two direct qualifiers. I hit a wrong video. I tried to flip it around, and all of a sudden a random video started playing.
I kind of also didn't want to have like the direct qualifiers at the end of the video as well. So that's also a little bit why they're a bit more in the middle.
Gotcha. So according to you, this will be my third place. No, actually, we got okay. France. France had an internal selection, I would assume.
Yes, we knew in October or something like that this was going to be the representative, and also the song was released the week or 2 weeks before Junior Eurovision happened in France. So everybody was speculating that he would perform in France at Junior Eurovision. He never did, but he had a big tour, so like this was the best opportunity to release it, to get some press as well. So yeah, it was one of the first songs we heard. It was like literally the first song that we got.
Is he known in France?
He's pretty known, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So Slimane?
Yes, Slimane.
Mon Amour. Based on the song title and this thumbnail, my gut tells me ballad. So just play it?
Yeah, I think so. Oh, it's so beautiful. Oh my god, what an incredible song. Ta-da! Okay, it's a French ballad.
We are shocked.
That was so strict with the sound and all that stuff, so I'm trying to be careful. Maybe turn it down a little.
Yeah, the French are super strict with this.
It's more the video than the song, actually.
Dossa wants her vest back.
Oh my, the way he sings it.
Does Matt have a water bottle near him?
Wow. So beautiful. Speaking of jury vote. This is beautiful. I'm not crying. You're crying. Wow. Wow. So beautiful. So beautiful, the melody. His voice, the passion that he puts into this. This is
Yeah.
ridiculous. No wonder you waited
Oh.
like almost to the end.
And we're not even done yet.
Oh. Wow. I can. Wow. Another shit song.
I knew you would love this.
Oh my god. It just it got me. It got me so bad. Wow, that voice, that passion, that conviction that he put into singing this. I assume he can sing like that live.
Oh,
He can. Yeah, he can. Don't worry about it. His
Okay,
voice-
good.
Don't
I didn't
worry,
think
he's
so.
been in
That just sounded-
performances.
Yeah. Okay. It moved me so much, and right now we have 2 songs left.
hmm
This is a potential jury winner. Absolutely.
I'll put you this much. I will be surprised if this isn't the jury winner.
Okay, so you kind of with me on that.
I
unless
100%
Norway and
agree.
Netherlands comes along and have like something that beats it, but out of the ones I've listened so far, I don't see anyone beating this. And yeah. But the thing is, this must be well liked by televoters as well. I mean, it's so.
Actually, and this is maybe a bit of a spoiler, but I've been recording with my friends for my Friends React series where they're not Euro fans. So far, everyone have liked France quite a lot, actually, which was really surprising to me. But yeah, I think this has a really big potential to be our winner this year.
Oh, we're going to France. Not to Italy. France and Italy, will they battle it again? Is this a 21 repeat?
Add Croatia to the mix, and I think that's.
Oh yeah, Croatia. Yeah, I'm sorry. It's just for today. I'm just like so obsessed with those 2 songs right now.
I think, as of right now, how I see it is France wins the juries, Croatia wins the televote, and then Italy can be like in between, like
Is it
be
on the
second in
Duncan
both or
Lawrence?
something.
It's like on
Something
kinda-
like that, and then like I don't know. It depends on the margins.
Okay, so I would love to hear from people in this. I'm sorry. I'm just. Oh man, this was absolutely fun. Wow.
But Matt, we've also got somebody else in this live stream who's a bit more grumpy McGrump face.
Oh God, here comes Gabe and his
I'm sorry to be Mr. Pissing everyone's cornflakes on this one. I think he's a stunning vocalist. Firstly, always start with the positive. He's a stunning vocalist, and this song does give him the opportunity to display that. And someone's just said in chat what I'm about to say, by the way, or at least something which is equivalent to it. This is a song that appeals to francophones, francophiles. I think especially. I think much in the way that Évidemment had the same problem, I think it's a bit that the appeal may be more limited outside of those circles. Now, I could be wrong here, and I think that given the way that this year has panned out, it is going to do very well with the jury. I don't think it's going to win the jury vote because I think the song itself is maybe just a little too weak, despite how brilliant he is. And I just think that with the televote, it's going to struggle a little bit more. I think you can have an incredible vocal, but if the song doesn't elevate it enough, then I would say, which I think is the case with this one, it may struggle a little. That's not to say it's going to do badly. I think I enjoy it. I think it's a good song. I think it's going to do well. I don't see it as a jury winner. Don't see it as a Eurovision winner. And as a result, I think top 10 is a good possibility. I think we're not getting to the top of the pile here.
I thought you were not grumpy today.
I was nice.
I know.
I said his voice was great, and then I was very polite.
You were polite. You were just wrong, and that is okay. I think. See, if Voila can pull it off, then this one can pull it off as well.
I was about to say, like, Voila as a studio, like it was all right, but then Barbara had a great delivery. I think this has even broader appeal than what Voila had in a way, because like it's got the right key phrases in the right moment where people who don't understand French will be like, oh yeah, I understand a bit of the meaning of the song. And yeah, I think this will do really, really well.
I really strongly disagree. I thought Voila was otherworldly, astronomical, genius, brilliant, unprecedented. I'm going on the top, but this is what Barbara Pravi brought to Eurovision was a package that in any year that didn't have Måneskin, I think we would have celebrated as a rightful winner. And I think it was absolutely good enough to win Eurovision. This is not a Eurovision winner. It's not going to have the broad appeal that Voila did.
Let's see.
I think, we are not at that level with this.
I got a good feeling about France. That's all I'm saying.
I politely disagree with that, but that is going to be interesting then, because that makes this year even more competitive, because there seems to be no clear runaway winner like we've had in previous years.
No.
So I'm super excited about that. But no, in terms of, I am obsessed with France and potentially my number one. So, but I have to wait and see. But that really, really hit me. Wow. Loved it. Absolutely loved it. Okay, I need to move on before I start crying again. So let's do the next song. We only have Netherlands and Norway left, and I have a feeling you are holding Netherlands for last. Am I correct?
Oh, and your feeling would be so right, Matt, because I just want your last opinion to be my country's
You really
opinion.
think that I'm going to like Netherlands? We'll see. I did not hear her last year. But anyways, now we're talking Norway.
Yes.
Did you...
performance,
what?
Please. Live performance.
Live... It only has official music video, but I think it's...
Yeah, okay.
The live performance will be on there as well somewhere, because it's...
It is a live performance, I think. It's based on,
the
picture I see, at least. How was Melody Grand Prix? Was it good overall?
No.
Yeah.
No, it was terrible.
No, it wasn't. It was great.
No.
Not at all.
Okay, so there are different opinions. Okay. All right. I'll play it. I'll be the judge, and I'll be the right judge.
Middle for ESC 2025.
Take me by the hand. I feel better again. I already know the jingle here. It's so sad. No. Okay. Oh, I didn't even look at the title or anything. Totally forgot. All right. She's laughing. Ha ha! She all right? Sounded kind of funny to me.
It's in Norwegian. Woo!
Woo! It is in... Shit.
Did someone accidentally press the power
I meant to turn it
button?
up, and then I hit the... So it's in that language that they speak, Norwegian. I was like, what country are you talking about? which is always nice. Sweden, take a lesson here.
Sweden will never then.
I like the beginning. Okay. I did not expect to get becoming this rocky. You like it or no? Yes, son. Okay, so oh my god, he's going wild over this one.
As he should.
I was very confused by the chorus right now. Yes, go play with your balls. The tennis balls, not go. I don't know what to think about this one. I really like the first minute of the song. Yeah, I get it, buddy. I'm not crazy about this either. Now, I this is not my vibe. I don't think. It's just a lot of howling. I like the idea of the song. It's like kind of metal, but they're trying to bring in those traditional sounds. It's just a mix. I like the idea of it.
Woo! Amazing, excellent, unprecedented.
No, I'm good on this one. That's a pass. Unfortunately, I like the idea on this one. So yeah, I think you guys thought I would like it, but it is a little bit too shouty for me, and I just don't like. It's like always just one long note. It just wasn't for me. I don't think. Yeah, the first minute was really nice, and it just lost me after that. I wish I would have kept more the mystical thing. The metal part does not. It just.
It's a metal ballad, like.
Yeah, but it's not a good metal ballad.
What? Did we listen to a different song? This is like one of the best metal ballads I've ever heard.
Really?
Yeah.
I so you like it?
I love it. It's in my top 5. Like, this is the
I
one
love
song.
it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's not bad. It's just like whatever to me. I just didn't click with me at all. It just seems like it's like this one long note, and I just don't know what the song was. It's just a big like I don't get it.
Interesting.
So
it's like based on like folklore and like an old medieval ballad. Like, they had to change the lyrics of the song right before the grand final as well, because they were too closely to the original ballad that it was based on, which was a bit controversial in that moment. But yeah, I'm so happy this won.
Yeah, I mean, it's not bad. It's just, it's just not my kind of song, I guess. So you thought I was gonna like it, huh?
I'd hope so. Yeah.
We liked it.
You like it too, Gabe?
Yeah, I really like this song.
Oh,
This
I'm
is
sorry.
in my top 10.
Huh? How's it doing in the betting odds in the polls?
Oh, it's doing better than you think it is, but not as well as I think we wish it was. So
It's
this song,
14th in the odds.
14th.
Yeah, to win.
Okay. Yeah, I can see people liking that. I don't hate it. It was just. Yeah.
And on scoreboard, it's in 10th.
What?
On scoreboard, it's 10th.
Oh, it's in the top 10.
Yep.
Oh, sorry, y'all. Maybe some people are disappointed in the chat. Let me see. Let me know what you're thinking at ESC United. Oh, gosh. Too much text.
Scandi Yodel. Woo!
In the vocals in the beginning and the chorus are kulning, a vocal technique developed in parts of Norway and Sweden to call down livestock from mountain pastures. Basically, think Scandi Yodel. Okay. I like the idea of them having something, very authentically Norwegian. So thumbs up for that. But it's a very interesting fact. I think Norway could pull up a surprise win. It's solid across the board and appeals to both juries and public. Great in this polarizing year. I mean, here's the thing. Clearly, I did not like Italy in 21, right, in that one. But what I disagree with is the juries. I don't think will go for this one. The televoters maybe have a point, but I don't think her vocals weren't that fantastic. First of all, I found they've just pitchy at points, and number two, I just don't think that they go for these. I'm talking. I just don't think that this style, when you look at the previous voting patterns, is really what they are going for. So I don't think it's going to do well with the juries. Televoters maybe have a point, but I also think it seems very niche-y. We'll see.
I think more the opposite could happen.
What?
I think it has more jury appeal than televote.
The jury. Are you serious about this song?
Yeah. Listen to her vocals. They're incredible.
We disagree to disagree.
I agree with Roy. And as you can see, I am a very serious person.
I feel that this will completely flop with the juries because Kaino, who tried they tried again. Who tried MGP this year once again, actually got more jury votes than them. So that's a good point. Where did they end up? So they didn't even win the jury vote in MGP.
No, they got second place. And then they won the televote.
And that is a good point. If they can't even win the jury vote in MGP,
But we've got to bear in mind the way the juries are done in national finals is totally different to how they do it at Eurovision. Different sizes, different people. Often the jurors are single individuals. They don't use the same formula in terms of the logarithmic stuff. You can be divisive and do well with the juries. We did see ESC Tom did a really excellent video about this actually. If you go through the jury voting, essentially, if a juror puts a song in their top 2 or 3, that song will almost always get points. Because even if the others really hate it, the big scores at the top bump stuff up so much. So if 3 out of 5 jurors like this in a country, bang, it gets 7 points. So it's going to pick up, I think it won't get many 12s, but it's going to pick up those points here and there. And I think it will, it can do really high. I think people will appreciate this song. As for Kano,
people maybe at juries, that's again a different story to me because keep in mind, they don't even go often unless they put French aside for non-English songs often, especially when they're more, for the lack of a better word, I'm using ethnic, right? Or like local sounds. But look at all the songs before.
Gabe was talking about the juries.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the people. Are you still talking about the juries? Then I disagree.
The point is you can be divisive with juries and still get somewhere. I mean, Cha-Cha-Cha in many ways is the ultimate example, although I think there's a lot of discourse around, especially some of the people, like there are some jurors who put Cha-Cha-Cha 23rd, 24th, 25th, which is a whole separate conversation. But the fact that Cha-Cha-Cha got 150 with the juries, despite the fact that half the jurors basically did everything in their power to vote it down, shows that divisive songs can work with the jury and still get a good score.
We'll see. I just don't think it's going to be good enough for the juries to put it as high enough to give it a chance to win. Plus, I don't think it's going to win the televote. But that could
it's not going to win. But
yeah. Okay. So it's not a bad. So I want to be clear. It's not a bad song, and I can see the appeal for people. I just find it a little. I'm trying to think of a nice word. Nice words come to me. No, I can think of grating. It's grating to my ears a little bit, the way she sings it. It's like this, it's just not sitting well with me. I am going to get a lot of slack for this. Somebody started that sentence and I had to put it up there. But Sweden will be placed ahead of Norway this year with higher jury score than Norway, sadly. But I've said it, the Nordics are not going to win. Well, yeah, but Sweden almost always gets high points, whether, so I think that is a pretty safe
That's a pretty safe bet.
prediction. Yeah. So I would expect that too, especially with the song that they're sending, which seems so jury focused, not televote focused. So we shall see. But yeah, it's going to be interesting making predictions. So yeah. So no, let's do the last one, the Netherlands, and then we're all done. And so I think that you think that I will like this.
I think.
I mean,
partly,
it would also be a great way to end the live stream.
Yeah.
Okay. Don't have to look. I know they don't have a national final.
Mhm.
So, Joost Klein. Oh, it's the Euro. I forgot already. Europapa.
Yes.
Right?
Mhm.
Oh, this is the first time I'm seeing a picture.
Welcome in Europa, Matt.
What?
I said, welcome in Europa, Matt. You'll understand in a minute.
One
Now
more
play.
song, baby, and then I'll pick you up.
Okay.
Not you.
I know. I don't know why I said okay there. I said it, and I already knew that wasn't just. Then I sort of said it, and I was like, okay, why did I say that? Anyway, Matt, if you ever want to pick me up and give me a cuddle, you can do that. Don't worry.
Okay,
I feel
yeah,
like it
that's-
would be very reassuring.
So just the first time I see a picture of that artist,
Joost.
he's a little interesting character, huh? I think that's what we're gonna. All right, I'm ready.
We're
Let's
a
go.
sad ballad country, Matt.
Uh-huh.
It's not a ballad.
But we are a sad ballad country, as people think.
Yes, baby.
I don't know. You
Don't be on
guys
the
aren't as
floor, though.
depressed as the Belgians.
Last song of the year. Let me unplug this shit.
Yay!
No, boo. I'm not. I don't.
Let's come together.
Okay. Can't really see much there. Okay. So at least it's in Dutch. S-Teen pulled that off. Okay. No wonder you kept that last. Oh my god, it's so 90s. Wait, that can't do that. They're not, that's not using a looper, right? Wait.
No, that's a vocal chop. You can do that.
Oh. What? You can do what?
You can use vocal chops.
Can you?
Yeah, Norway 2017 was full of it as well.
Yeah, but only for a very short amount of time, I guess, right? This is
Yeah,
like
but that's the case here.
And also that he could definitely sing it live if he had to. Like it's not. I don't think it's dependent on it.
I'm not sure what. I don't know what this is. I think it's catchy here. Very simple melody, very junior Eurovision-y. I like I love 90s like retro, so I have appreciation for it. There are parts I like and some that confuse me.
You do not expect what's about to happen.
Huh. See this. The heck? Now we will rave. This is 1993, Two Unlimited, No Limits. Do you remember that song? Dum dum da 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 dum dum da 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 dum. That's exactly what this is.
It's an entire music genre, but go off.
Is this how it ends?
It's a very
Yeah,
poignant ending because to give you some context. So Jost's parents died when he was very young. When he's very young, and the song is about the worldview that his dad taught him to have, about being very open and about experiencing different places and cultures. And the whole point is, it's him saying, "Look, Dad, I grew up and I did it, and now I listen to you."
That's
Like,
very touching and a beautiful thing to put in a music. None of us will get that. So, and that's a problem. To me, it looks really weird, the ending right now. Like, it's disjointed. So, let me talk about the song first. It's fun. You know, it's a catchy, lighthearted song. And it's very... It reminds... It more goes into the category where I put Finland. It's a little bit like a song that I could see in the 90s coming like in the top 50, 40. But I don't know if it grabs me enough to be like, this is so great in the year 2024 for me to go wild over. I'm not a big fan of I call looper, whatever you call that thing. It's just too much of it with the vocals. It's like it's too computerized, and I struggle with it.
It's okay. You'll have it in your head soon.
Will I?
seriously, give it 2
Everybody will.
weeks. When this song first came out and me and Roy talked about it on here, I was like, I'm so sorry, Roy, I don't get it at all. And now I'm dancing around my apartment like, "Welcome in Europa, Junge!" like 20 times a day.
I am so happy that finally we send something from our culture, and because happy hardcore has been so fundamental for like the entire music industry in the Netherlands, and it's been such a big part of a lot of people growing up in the Netherlands as well. And it's really cool how we finally have that genre at Eurovision. You said it was like too unlimited. Yes, but like they also used a little bit of that genre. Like it's an entire genre of music, and it's so cool that we finally sent something like that to Eurovision.
So you know what? And it's absolutely true. I completely agree with that. I do think it's cool that. So what you hear in the Dutch are really excited about the song because it is, something that they can, connect with, and I totally get that. And honestly, a lot of people in Germany, because I grew up like in the northern German part, they will also click with that kind of music. So this will do quite well in the televote.
Yes.
Even I was a kid and a teenager, I was kind of revolting against that kind of music. So maybe that's my bias coming in a little bit, so and don't get me wrong, I loved some of these dance floor songs, like, that like call him Mr. Rain, call him Mr. Vane, all that stuff, right? So but it's to me, I wouldn't call it timeless music. Let's put it that way. So I think it's aged not quite in a way where I would be like, yeah, I can get into it. But that being said, I think it is probably going to be visually very appealing, and it's catchy. I'm not going to lie. There is a catchiness to it. Like it's simple because it's just Europa, pa, 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 pa. And I can see this one doing quite well in the televote. Clearly not going to win because the juries will not give that one a whole lot of love. I mean, I don't know. We have the reason I'm thinking out loud right now, so I don't have very articulate thought in my head right now. But because we have so many, not similar songs, because it's unique in its own merit, but we have a lot of these televoter pleasers already in the running, and I feel as they could all compete with one another, and then the juries will then have a bigger say. And I just don't see this one coming up on top as much as people may like. I would assume this is quite popular with the fans.
Incredibly. It's the most watched music video of this season. It's got 14 million views already, which is insane for a Dutch song. And it's doing really good numbers on Spotify and stuff as well. In the polls, like in the odds to win, it's in 5th. And let me check the scoreboard as well. I have my phone here. On the scoreboard, it's in 7th.
Huh. Interesting. So yeah, I'm not too surprised. And once again, I don't want to impress that I hate it. I don't. It's just not where I'm. It's again not the song I gravitate towards. I said the similar stuff about Finland. To me, it's just that sort of 90s music that should stay in the 90s. While I click more with Austria, I guess. But they're off. But here's the thing. I do think out of all 3 songs, I haven't seen. Well, I've seen Finland staging. I can see the Netherlands being the most televote magnet out of those, just because it's the most fun party. I think Finland will be a little bit more polarizing. This one could be a little bit more exciting for people, I think. So clearly a qualifier, no doubt. I just don't know if it will be on my playlist. Let's put it that way. So, and there are plenty of songs that did quite well in the televote and all that that they were not on my playlist. And I don't think the Netherlands will be on constant replay, but I will not run away when it's on either. That's basically how I feel about it.
Good, because we'll keep you hostage.
So I would love to hear some thoughts from the people in the chat at ESC United. What are your thoughts on the song? And I'm sure some of you will disagree, but that is okay. 90s is in now, isn't it? I was saying, like, I feel like there's so many 90s inspired music. I talked Finland, Austria, Czechia, even. That it's because it used to be 80s for a while. Now we're moving on to the 90s. It's just very interesting. I noticed that. Let me see here. I want to point out that this song has more German than any German song since 2007. I mean,
true.
That would apply any song that has a single German word in it. So we had another song not too long ago that had German in it. What was it? I know we're talking about that. Remember that was like, I know I had like a line in German. Well, Denmark 2019 comes to mind. She was singing a line in German there as well.
Oh yeah, the Love Is Forever one.
Track Shitter's song was not in German. There's people in chat saying Track Shitter's song. It was not in German.
Well, it was German enough, I guess.
No, it wasn't. It's in an Austrian/Bavarian extreme level of dialect that is not
a dialect
German.
Is still a language, right?
Yeah. Oh no, it's so different though.
It is so
different.
But it's still German technically, I guess, huh? But yeah, I didn't understand most of it. I understood "Walkie mit deinem Popo," but that's about it.
It's like it's not Hochdeutsch,
Yeah,
it's not German.
That's what I speak, Hochdeutsch. But I'm from that area that speaks Hochdeutsch. Well, I'm a snob when it comes to the German language. I'm like, I don't understand people with this dialect or that dialect. If you only speak High German, I'm okay. But my German is so bad now, so that's why. So let's take a look here. A few more questions at ESC United. Jos Klein also created Germany's biggest summer hit in 23 called Friesenjung, featuring a German rapper called Ski Agu and the legend Otto Walkes? No, he's still around? No, that's my childhood. Memory Otto Walkes. And it's Friesenwitze.
That song was massive past summer, and especially in Germany. So
really,
maybe the Netherlands already has some points from Germany.
Yeah, see, to me, this kind of music I wouldn't call it Ballermann music, but it has that party theme thing, and I often just don't gravitate towards those. It has to be really like clicking with me, and that's probably the only reason why. Yesterday, I spoke to my friends, and they never watch Eurovision, but they'll watch Eurovision this year. This song is going crazy in the Netherlands. I remember the very first time I was, the year you were born, Roy, so shut up. But the first time I listened to Eurovision was in 1998.
Yep.
And because Germany was sending a famous singer that was huge in Germany called Gildo Horn. Gildo hat euch lieb.
Gildo hat euch lieb. Oh.
Und wenn es auch mal Tränen gibt, kommt rüber und singt für euch Lieder. So anyways, that was huge in Germany. So that's why I was like interested in potentially paying attention to it. So it did okay actually at the contest, to be fair, but didn't win. What are the expectations coming from you, Roy? You think this is going to be like a top 5? Do you think it has a chance to win, or where are we at?
I keep telling to locals that top 10 is likely. I don't think it's a contender for the win. I think that's going a bit too far. It's going really well across Europe. Like multiple countries have picked up this song pretty well in streaming numbers and just in reactions in general. And I think it has like a good broad message and broad appeal for the televote, but the juries, I don't think, besides maybe a few neighboring countries who really play this kind of music on the radio as well, I don't think juries in like Southern Europe will give this that many points. So yeah, I think top 10 would be cool. But yeah, it's already so exciting that we send a song that is very much more catered towards the youth. And
Last
so
year's
many,
situation and all of that stuff, right? It seems people are a lot more like excited again because, you know, it was
yeah,
really bummer what
people
happened
are
last year.
excited this year, even though like you'll have the grumpy people because, you know, the Netherlands loves to reject their song, and like they always find something that they
Remember
hate about it.
Arcade?
And
Yeah, Duncan
oh,
Lawrence, that was even-
yeah, Duncan Lawrence got announced. Who? We don't want him. He's not known enough. Okay, well, either way,
Vada Hada Doo-Da-Da. I remember that one as well. I
Nice.
didn't like that one, but I remember that was super popular. You remember that one? And yeah, Vada Hada Doo-Da-Da. It's not even real
oh
German.
yeah, I also know Gildo hat euch lieb.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's true. Gildo hat euch lieb and Vada Hada Doo-Da-Da. That was an interesting era.
We get
Okay,
a
let's see.
party.
Now, Matt, can you please recall the melody of the Georgian song? Oh,
Yes, that's a good question.
I can think of the last year's song. Na 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 na. Oh gosh, what was Georgia? I was a lady.
Burn up the fire.
Firefighter, right? Nope, not coming to me. And that's exactly what I was thinking. Let me think about the other songs here. I remember Belgium, Estonia, Latvia. I could remember actually, to be fair. The Netherlands. I just listened to it. Norway. I do remember. I remember all of them except Georgia. Actually, yeah.
So we did
that's
well
kind of-
putting that
But
first.
that's the problem, you know, with those kind of songs. Like, same with Albania. I just, you know, it's
Yeah.
always the problem. That doesn't make them bad songs. It just makes them German. I know. I pick on my Germanness because, you know, that's what they do. They don't often send bad songs. They just send meh, and no one votes for it. Okay, so people have to choose between Croatia and the Netherlands, which are in the same pool of fun, upbeat songs. No, Gabe, you have food in your mouth? No. What?
They are totally different. Totally different with totally different appeal, in my opinion. I think, you know, thematically, musically, they are totally different. There's been some effort. It's almost like people want there to be another Loreen versus Carrier style rivalry. And I've seen some people try to engineer one between the Netherlands and
It's different animal,
Croatia. But it's no, I think they're really different. And actually, I think there's going to be some overlap in their voters, but I think they're so different. So different.
Yeah. Apples and oranges as well. The comparison between those, because Tattoo was clearly I mean, though it did well in the televote, but it was especially jury friendly. These are more both, I think, fair to say, catered more likely to the televoters. I can see Croatia being slightly more popular with the juries than the Netherlands. But people also make that comparison all the time. Like, even like, remember 21, Finland and Italy, like, oh, one of them is going to completely flop because they're too much in the same genre, or like the same people like that kind of hard rock metal sound. And look, they both did fantastic in the televote. So I would not worry that they cancel each other out. It really comes down to, like, for instance, I love Croatia and I'm fine with the Netherlands, but I'm sure there are other people as well who feel like this way or vice versa. So I wouldn't be. I get what you're saying, because, you know, stuff can happen, but in this case, I think they're different enough for it to make a difference, or like they don't cancel each other out. Who will have the best staging this year? For me, it's between Finland, Netherlands, and Sweden. So it's a difficult question because we don't know, but for sure, except for Finland and Sweden, if they keep what they have. Who do you think you're most excited about then? Who's going to have really good staging, Roy? Any thoughts?
I'm looking the most towards Switzerland. I think that'll be stunning. Yeah, I mean, how the music video is already constructed, you see there's a vision, and you can see that Nemo has a really great sense for fashion as well. So I'm just really curious to see how they'll stage it, because it's also such a Frankenstein-y song that's very nicely engineered. And Switzerland has had some very good stagings in the past as well. So I'm very curious for Switzerland mostly.
Yeah, Switzerland has staged the crap out of the songs, even though they were not very popular with the fans, and then still went through to the finals, right? So they know how to really make it shine. I would definitely say that one I'm looking forward to the most. In terms of best, of course, it's the one I'm looking forward to the most. Doesn't mean it's going to be the best, but I'm really excited about is Ireland, because I'm really curious what they're gonna do with it. Ireland is not known per se for putting forward great staging, but at the same time, they've tried a few times. Like even with Leslie, I also call Leslie Leslie Roy. Even though it didn't work in the end, the idea was cool with the paper stuff and all of that. The idea was pretty cool, but some of the others not so much. So I'm not as optimistic about Ireland staging, but I'm most curious about in terms of what I mean. Sweden, we always know what's going to happen, so it's always the boring one. And if you watch, I think with you, Roy, right? I did Sweden.
Yeah. You weren't a fan of the staging.
Oh, I hate that staging. Okay, it's maybe a little dramatic. I apologize, but I just have it gives me really. It makes I can't even look at it because it's very flashy and blinky and just distracting. It just makes me very uncomfortable. So I don't like the Swedish staging. I will say the Norwegian staging is really pretty, regardless of how I make about the song. It looks gorgeous, and then with the LEDs that they have in Eurovision, it's going to look even more amazing. So that one. Anyways, Gabe, anyone that you think is going to be really good on stage or looking forward to?
Really patriotic and say the UK. Ollie Alexander, extremely experienced performer. I think the song allows you to attach a really interesting concept to it. And because of that, I think we could hopefully see a big elevation from the UK on stage. So I'm really excited to see what we bring. I think it'd be really good.
Literal elevation.
I want to see Croatia. There's so many I'm really excited about, by the way. Croatia, Ireland. I'm really curious how Serbia's going to stage this. I'm curious about Australia. I'm not going to lie. There was a couple
I'm curious about Moldova.
Really? I guess, yeah. I'm just still not excited about the song.
Fair enough, but they always bring something.
True. But now they really have to bring something. Like 3 Sand Ladies or something like that.
Tell that to Denmark.
I'm really excited about seeing that one. Hopefully it's going to bring that energy and the vibe on stage.
Did you like Armenia, by the way? I wasn't there for the video.
I absolutely hate it. I think it's going to come last in the semis. No, I loved it. It was so cute. I did not criticize, but pointed out that it needs to be longer because of less than 2.5 minutes. But I hear that they're planning on doing something like adding a bridge or something like that to the song because it felt like too short. And they could have done so much more with the song.
That song is my third place that I couldn't talk about in the first live stream.
Oh, really? Oh, it's just, and that's one of the few times where I give the la la las because a lot of la 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 las a pass because they make it interactive almost in the song. There's a purpose for it, and it's parts of representation of the culture and the feel. It was just so well done. So I really want to see that staging. So I'm with you on that one. So I'm with you. We agree quite a bit, except apparently on the last 2 of the night here. So I'm curious about Greece, how they're going to do that staging with that wild song. We mentioned Switzerland, always curious. Estonia, I'm curious, but I can probably watch the national final and probably get an idea. Do they going to do the dance that we were just talking about? It's such a cool dance.
Probably.
Yeah.
The dance will be that.
Yeah, Netherlands and then San Marino. I kind of have maybe an idea already.
Interestingly, Greece had already kind of given a bit of a hint of what the staging might look like, and they're trying to go for one camera shot only thing, where they don't have any camera cuts at all, but just one camera filming the entire staging. I'm not sure how that will work out because the last time it happened.
Italy, because I'm really hoping they're not going to mess up the staging. This is such a fun, upbeat, dancey song, yet I don't want dancers on stage. Is that weird? It feels like the way it was done I mean, it could work, but I feel like she has stage presence and she should be the focal point. I know the dancers, but I'd rather have pretty colors on stage. I thought it worked so well at San Remo. So I would
think
rather
it will
not
be
have
dancers.
dancers. All right, let's do a couple more questions, and then we got to call it a night because it's been already 2 hours. Matt, can you sing a bit of the song that you listened to today? A bit that you listened to today. Oh gosh, no, I can't. What have we had? Belgium. I don't know the words. Georgia. Don't even know the song existed. Latvia. Oh no. Um. France. Yeah. Je t'aime. I don't speak French. Na 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 na. Croissant d'argent, da 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 dee dee da. You know, I don't know the words. So that's stuck with me the most. I mean, the most reason why I listen to Europapa is stuck because I just listened to it.
I was going to say, I could see that in Matt's head there, in his head, all he could hear was Europapa, pa, 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 Europapa.
Surprisingly not. I kind of tune out that part a little bit because it does get on my nerves a little. But I can see how it also can get stuck in your head. So people asking me about this a lot of questions like, what's my top 10, where I rank this song? I'm like, I don't know yet. I listened to them all once. I'm going to have to take a day and listen to them again, and then I'll put a ranking. And then I know we always have our top 10 rankings. Gabe, Roy, and then we'll find somebody else as well to join us. And that'll come up in a very near future. So any other thoughts on your end, Roy, Gabe, before we call it quits?
I think this year is really, really strong. Like, there's a lot of songs that I really enjoy. Like, when I look at my entire top 20, I listen to all of those songs. And yeah, I'm really in love with this year. And it's going to be a really fun and interesting, quite open competition, actually, I think. There's already quite a lot of debates about who might win and who might not. I don't think there's one clear winner at this moment. So I think that's pretty cool.
Gabe?
I think I completely agree with Roy. I think it's so open, so open, and so we have no idea what's going to happen. This could go a whole bunch of different ways, and I'm just really excited, to be honest. I'm really, really excited. Several different songs that could win. So that obviously means there's several different songs that could flop as well. Like, it's the most open year we've had since 2021, at least. And open years when you're not sure who's going to win, are always way more fun. So I'm super, super excited to see what happens.
Yeah. Come here. So I keep talking. I got to take the dog. Okay, just talk.
Yeah, I think so as well. I'm very curious to see most of the ones that I think will do really well. We haven't seen anything live yet, and not much of the staging either. And that will really make or break a few of them. Like, if they're not up to par, the more I lean towards France, maybe the contender to win it all. But yeah, I know you disagree on that.
Battle. So he's like, I was ignoring him for too long. So
personally, I would like to operate entirely in self-interest this year and say I would like Croatia or Lithuania to win, because that would be a lot cheaper to go to than Switzerland,
yeah,
or France or Sweden. So please, somewhere where it is cheap, please win Eurovision. Thank you.
I would love Eurovision in Croatia.
And Moldova.
Oh, Moldova. That would be... I don't think Moldova doesn't have a single venue that could host the contest. They'd have to hand it off to someone else.
I actually looked around for Croatia.
After all, then.
I actually looked around in Croatia for venues that could possibly host, and they have like a handball arena constructed for the Euros when they hosted the handball Euros. So I would love that as a handball player myself, to have Eurovision in a handball arena.
Yeah,
that'd be cool.
Well, they better make it happen, because I want to travel that part of the continent that I haven't been to yet. So Croatia would be ideal. Just put the music aside, just when the odds, it would be really cool. Italy just went, and but if it's the best song, I mean, it's a great song, Who else is in the... Oh, Ukraine. We're not going to go to Ukraine, obviously. So
no, we won't. I don't think we'd be able to.
I hope Switzerland won't win. Who else is up there?
I'm honestly a little puzzled why Ukraine is that high up in the odds.
Same.
Like, I know people will put money on it because of the situation, but I don't think the song has that much merit to...
I
mean, is it in the top 10 fan polls? I don't even know.
Yeah, it does pretty well. Greece would be lovely. I would just like a holiday in Greece. I would just, it'd just be nice. I'll drink a lot of ouzo and have a lot of souvlaki and hummus and pita for a couple of weeks. That would be very, very fun. Italy is really nice. Like, the hosting aside in Turin, the country itself is gorgeous and it's warm and the food is obviously delicious. So, in principle, I wouldn't mind going back to Italy. Just hopefully with a slightly less crotchety. It was a little crusty last time, so hopefully not the same this time. But whatever happens, I think Gaston should host Eurovision next year.
Yeah, I agree.
He would like that. He's so like he's not jealous, but he was so upset that I wasn't paying attention to him. You know, I just started going back to live streams, and he's not used to being ignored like that. So he's just like, oh, I'm sorry, baby. Have to put you in the cage next time. He's gonna somebody's gonna get their balls cut off, and it's not me. So it's
no.
Yeah, in a few days. So he's gonna have that the cone.
Oh wow, yeah.
In 2 weeks, so he doesn't do I don't want French. Okay, so anyways, we'll be back, or some of us will be back next weekend for sure. But now that I know all of the songs, I can start doing the analysis and prediction and some reviews in a little bit more detail. And I'm really excited about that. And do you have anything coming up on your channels, Roy, Gabe?
Oh, I am busy with a massive project at the moment. I basically invite a lot of my non-Eurovision friends to record. I've got 10 afternoons where I record with all of them, and then I have to edit all of them into little videos. It takes a massive amount of time, but it's really cool to see a different perspective from non-Euro fans. And yeah, check out my channel. It'll be up soonish. Like, this week is the final week that we record, and after that we have to no live edit everything, and just it'll be epic. It'll be cool. Yeah, it is.
How about you, Gabe? So your channel is Roy PM, just in case.
Yes, Roy PM.
So what's your name, Gabe?
Yeah, so obviously my channel is just ESC Gabe. I am on the grind. There is a new video every Friday, 8 p.m. Central European time. That's 7 p.m. UK, 2 p.m. US East. And we've been reviewing everything, every single song, every single national final, 3 per week. We've also done a full video I went to UMK. There's a full vlog out on that. Did a full video about why I think that Melfest this year could use some improvements. There's also going to be a couple of other special videos before Eurovision itself as well. So you can check that out. Like I said, just search ESC Gabe, it'll show up. And hopefully see you there.
Sounds like a plan. And remember, everyone, I think in most places it's daylight savings time in Europe next week. So don't be an hour late for our next show. That's very important. In America, we've had it a couple of weeks ago. So I'm only 8 hours behind, which is nice. Like the next week back to 9. I wish I lived at the East Coast, but hey, can't have it all. Anyways, thank you everyone for the funds, and I'll see you all soon.